Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's stream. I hope everybody is feeling fine, feeling ready to hear some points being made about the case. Can Saddam McGain be a benefit to the guild as retribution? And do the guild need more retribution paladins to be able to progress into AQ40 and into Naxxramas? Let's see what this young retribution paladin from Iraq is about to tell us. Everybody, say hello to Saddam McGain.
Hello everyone. I'm Saddam McGain. I am currently a paladin, although spect as holy as although I do not like to identify as one. I just thought I'd give you a little bit of backstory about me to begin with, and sort of to begin my case that I'm going to make about respecking to retribution. Um, so I've been playing the game since objectively the best expansion that was ever made. I would consider, and I think most people would consider, the peak of World of Warcraft, which was obviously Mists of Pandaria. Um, Before that, I used to play League of Legends. I would play support, and then I grew up. Um, Growing up, I was actually best friends with the now famous comedian Brendan Sharp, um, who, for all those who know him, uh, is an absolute beast. Um, we grew up on the Mexican border, and this is sort of really where my WoW story begins. Um, my granddad would frequently fetch us water back and forth from the local well. And he was a hard-working man. He had weathered old hands, and he used to tell me stories as sometimes I would accompany him on the way to the well, and he'd tell these great stories of EverQuest and being a damage dealer. Uh, and these concepts weren't known to me, just being a lowly healer on League of Legends. And he really inspired me one day to re-roll as a Retribution Paladin. So this is a sort of a sentiment that's been growing behind closed doors in the guild. There's a few paladins who have sort of shared similar sentiments with me behind closed doors. Obviously, not naming any names, but we are coming together to make this a sort of a movement. It's already been suggested that we start our own guild. Um, Instead of Brethren of the Blade, we were thinking about naming ourselves Brethren of the Paid for Loot, or Brethren of the Made America Great Again. It was going to sort of be one or the other. Anyway, getting onto my case for playing a Retribution Paladin, obviously not necessarily known for its raw damage output. It's more so about this sort of Night Paladin idea, and Nightfall. I think we can all agree is a objectively cool weapon. I would gladly pass Thunder Fury for it. Serrated Edge is really evocative of that sort of primal bestial urges within every sort of rep paladin. Secondary to that, I think objectively, Flash of Light is a very boring spell. And being having played Holy extensively over the course of 2 weeks now, I can say that spamming Flash of Light is a terrible ordeal. I want to give you an just to give you an idea of me. You know, my name I go by Saddam McGain. I had a dream recently, and in my dream, I was approached by Saddam Hussein, the man himself, and obviously a terrible, terrible guy. And in my dream, Saddam came to me and he saw me as the alpha male I am, and he said, "Saddam, you could be my top guy." And I thought, gosh, Saddam Hussein, I could be Saddam Hussein's top guy. Whew, he's a terrible man. He does some evil things, but I could be his top guy. And I thought that really said something about me. So we looked at the data. We looked at the data about playing RET. And with this cutting edge new technology of seal twisting, you can almost do as much damage as a well geared balance druid. I bet you didn't know that. Also,
That
a
sounds
benefit.
huge. That sounds huge.
Yeah,
Like everybody knows
pres-
that balanced druids are the bee's knees in classic WoW. It's the bee's knees in classic WoW. So that's huge, Saddam. Do
I would say so, and we've done extensive analysis of this over the last few days. I'm not sure if you're familiar with seal twisting.
I've heard a little bit about the concept, but
It is,
like, can you motivate this? Because the game is almost 20 years old. We have 20 years of data about the game, and
mm, mm. It's
like everything points towards that Retro Paladin is a meme spec. I mean,
well, I mean,
what
I
would you
agree.
say to somebody that says that everybody's tried everything? It has been out for
Mm,
20 years. People doing
mm.
all weird, all kind of weird stuff with the best in slot gear on private servers, but they still can't get the data to like back up retribution as a viable raiding spec. So
Well,
you're saying that the seal twisting will change everything.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate all the hard work put in over 20 years for this glorious game. But I agree to disagree. Our latest data, and I'm sure to share my evidence with you, suggests that seal twisting really is a new frontier for pushing damage as a retribution paladin, and I think it is soon to be a very well respected class.
And you're
Uh,
like you're gonna be a pioneer in this field, like,
I
and
feel like I already am actually. I don't know if you've seen me in my recent Ultrac Valley games, but I've actually been seal twisting as a holy paladin. Hmm.
you have.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
okay,
have. I have. To great effect. Um, if you check the logs, you'll see that I am at least putting out a solid 150 DPS. With
okay. As a holy
competitive
paladin
as
running
a whole,
in.
running into melee. Yes.
Okay, as a holy paladin, so you don't have
Uh,
the benefits of the retribution spec.
I'm running into melee as a holy paladin. That is right.
Okay, okay, and 150 DPS. Yeah, that's pretty good. No
Of
world buffs and stuff.
no world
Yeah.
buffs, no world buffs whatsoever. But coming on. So if we approach this like sort of from a holistic standpoint, I mean, one of the benefits of being a retribution paladin is gold farming techniques. Now you could argue you can gold farm as a healer and with gathering and whatnot, GDKP, but the basis of this game was made on standing and hitting, farming creatures, and I really want to evoke that with my sort of RuneScape-esque gameplay of a holy paladin of literally just standing there and hitting creatures, occasionally casting judgment. Gold farming is going to be really important in order to buy Nightfall, which, as some of you may know, is a 9,000 gold, a ludicrous amount of gold. But of course, the guild bank could fund me that, and I wouldn't be complaining. Anyway, this is a threat. If everyone listening, I am making a sincere promise that for every day that passes, there will be a blessings of King's ban put upon every member of the guild. Every day that goes without me being granted my rights to retribution, I will not be blessing you with the blessings of kings. That is a promise. Anyway, carrying on.
That sounds
Um,
serious, Saddam. That sounds very serious. That's a very serious threat. A very serious threat.
10% in all stats.
Uh, One thing, Saddam, we have this fellow Tatumir that would appreciate if you switch to the World of Warcraft screen and accepted the queue first.
You want me to accept the AVQ?
Or something. No, I don't know. If Tatumir, he
Talo.
wanted you to switch to the
Talo.
World of Warcraft screen. Perhaps Tatumir is writing you. I don't know. Tatumir.
Tatamir is
Tatumir.
Tatamir is
Yeah.
Tatamir is writing me, and Talo is writing me. I'm having I'm having so much support coming through right now. I wish you could see this. I'm being inundated with whispers upon whispers. There's really an outpouring of support. So Taylor has now just revoked my uh his support, but that's just one of many.
Of two, right? Of two.
And Tatamir wants to know if I want to do AV. But right now I'm making my case.
You're
So
making your
Tatamir,
case. Yeah, yeah.
I will join you later. Um, right. Anyway, carrying on. Um, recently my therapist said I should be more assertive. And what is
And you
more
clearly is,
assertive?
Saddam. You clearly is. I haven't seen this
Thank you.
kind of assertiveness from you since you invaded Kuwait,
Kuwait was
or your mentor invaded Kuwait.
it
So
was my dream mentor.
yeah, your dream
Yes, my
mentor invaded Kuwait.
yes,
Like that's the most assertive I've seen you. And that was
yes.
assertiveness from your dream mentor. So your therapist might be right that you need to be more assertive.
Yes, and what is more assertive than being bottom of the damage meter? Let me ask you that.
Mm, yeah, I have never raided with a Nightfall Paladin. I've never raided with a fresh 60 Retribution Paladin, other than playing one myself. And when I played one myself, I started to get burnout after one weekend. So I think
Mm,
we have
mm.
two Paladin class leads in the guild. I don't know if any one of those guys are listening.
What? Why not a third?
I would like to hear Sliven here's opinion about this, about your arguments for your case,
I'd be very
or Ophelius
interested.
if we have Ophelius, like if
I,
in the chat, if you could tell us what you think about Saddam's.
I just want to make an announcement. Sorry, this is breaking news. Breaking news. It's right in from
Uh,
our frontline
Open one
reporter.
sec. Open trade right now. Open trade.
That is exactly. We have the same sources right here. Tatamir, of the Brethren of the Blade, has opened trade and offered and put a nightfall in trade. I just want to make everybody aware of this. We
Can,
have open
can
support from Tatamir.
open support. Tatamir wants you to be our Knight Paladin. Tatamir
I
is supporting this. Tatamir, can you please write in either the stream chat or in whispers to me? Do you support this?
I think this. I think what we're getting here, and if you allow me to interpret a little bit,
Yeah, yeah.
is this trade is open support. I think we're having full scale revolution right now in the guild. Um,
Tatamir, I'm not 100% certain this is the truth. Could you trade me and show me that you really have a Nightfall, so that
I,
we
I, I,
can be certain
I
about
don't
your support?
feel obliged, Tatamir. Don't feel obliged, Tatamir. Don't. We can always make the Brethren of the Made America great again. You don't fit, Tatamir. Don't go. Don't. He's go. He's left. He's left. He's gone. Anyway,
Talo, would you like to join the stream or make the case in person over voice chat, or do you want to do it in? Okay, yeah, sure. Write me on Discord, and I will invite you to this special Twitch Discord.
can I just make the point that
Yes,
I
Adam.
have got
Yeah.
inside reports coming that Taylor is actually fake news, and is not to be trusted. He is
Okay.
an
Okay.
operative of Johannes Pugs, the
Johannes Pugs.
notorious
Okay.
guild.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I've
notorious
heard about
guild.
them. Yeah.
So I feel like he's trying to make sure our range DPS don't have the necessary 15% buff, which I think we should remind people, Tyrion. I think we should remind people that the 15% buff is a real boon for all of our ranged and magic based DPS.
Yeah,
All right,
and
listen
we
up
have
here.
some mages in the guild that are requesting a knight paladin to join our ranks.
We have one good mage that like actually does damage. One frost mage. The proc of Nightfall is like it does 15% damage for 5 seconds. The proc isn't even that good. It procs like once, maybe twice a minute.
Now,
And
I
Red
appreciate.
Paladin, I don't know how you're gonna be bottom of the barrel DPS.
Listen, I'm already bottom of the barrel. Okay, so let me make that clear. Um, but new evidence, this breaking new evidence, suggests that with seal twisting, and I found this on a Reddit thread from 2019.
Uh-huh.
With seal twisting, Ret Paladin with Nightfall has the best uptime of the Nightfall buff.
Yeah, and it's still the uptime is still bad.
So breaking
You're all
news:
right.
Tatamir traded me. Tatamir has bought a Nightfall. And he's ready
I
to
can't believe
trade
you.
it to Saddam. Like the guild has nothing to do with this. It feels
So
like
dumb.
an insurgence, Talo. It feels like an insurgence. It feels like someone is trying to sabotage our
They
progression
are.
as a guild.
And get this, Therian. Saddam, let me ask you one question. What is the BIS belt for Red Paladin?
It's the
Yeah, go on.
just one sec. It's the onslaught girdle.
Oh,
OSG.
you hear that,
OSG.
Therian?
Ah, no,
Yeah, yeah.
look. Okay, right. Tyrion,
You see
listen.
what's happening here, Therian? You
No,
see what's happening here?
Oh, my girdle. No, you're not gonna take my girdle. You're not gonna take my
What
belt.
It's not just the
You're gonna
girdle,
take it,
Therian. Get
Saddam.
this. Every
is?
BIS piece for Warrior is also BIS piece for Red Paladin.
Look, okay, right. So maybe we have a little bit of overlap, but what's a little bit of overlap, right?
You're
If you're
coming to
gonna
my
have a
guild. You're coming to
120
my guild,
DPS,
Saddam. You're coming to my guild. First of all, you're coming to my game. You're coming to my game. First, you have committed, or your dream mentor has committed horrendous war crimes.
That is true.
That's
is that a
affected
RuneScape reference, by the way?
that. that your dream mentor has committed horrendous war crimes that has affected all of humanity. Okay, it it made it viable for governments to accuse your country of having weapons of mass destruction, and everybody got fooled.
Can I counter that argument with my
And
best?
and now you're
With
coming
my
to my game. You're coming to my guild, and you're coming to steal my loot, my belt.
can I can I counter
Four
that?
people, Saddam has already stolen my belt.
He's angry.
In 6 weeks, 4 people has already taken my belt from me.
Listen, we're getting a little sidetracked here. Can I just counter that sort of that war crimes argument with my best impression of Obama? Let me be clear. Let me be clear. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, he's convinced me there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
yeah.
can we? I feel like we've derailed this a little bit. Can we just get back onto? I've got a few more points just to make. It's not. It's just two more points. It's I've got to say that playing this game, my role model as a paladin has always been Lady Liadrin.
Objection. Objection. I would like to object.
Yeah, Taylor, you're allowed to object.
Yeah, I just wanted to object. That's
okay.
it.
Okay, you didn't have
okay.
anything to say. Okay, yeah.
I think
okay, so
my lawyer Seraphine, I've got to sort of point this out that we during counselling during the start before the start of this hearing, I did hope that Seraphine would interject with her own objections, but that's yet to be seen.
Seraphine, do you have anything to object to? Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I don't even know what you're on about. But
Anyway.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the top of the line lawyer right there.
Lady
Lawyer.
Liadrin. Lady Liadrin was my role model as a paladin, and she was. I'm not sure if you know this. I'm not sure if you know Lady Liadrin, famous blood elf paladin, but she was a famous RET paladin, and she had a rule. She had a rule that the only true way to play a paladin is RET.
Which
And if you
expansion is that from?
besides the point, but if you want to double check this, you can easily Google Lady Liadrin's rule, which is number 34, and Google Lady Liadrin rule 34. Anyway.
But has even the elves been allowed into the Order of the Silver Hand yet? Are there even elf paladins
What is this bullshit
during this
roleplay?
era?
Okay,
I mean,
anyway.
You brought up roll 34. Anyways, what expansion is she from again?
She's from, she was definitely in Mists of Pandaria.
Ah, every expansion after Classic where Red Paladin actually does damage.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So his role model is actually from an expansion where Red Paladin is actually viable and would be a great addition to the raid. But it's we're playing Classic though. Wait, that just doesn't work out then.
I appreciate your argument, but if you would please just Google, preferably Google image search, Lady Liadrin. Lady Liadrin
I'm
rule
gonna
34.
Rule 34.
I think
yes.
Nia from the guild is saying that Saddam is different. He'll top the meters. Just trust him, guys.
I totally agree. I am
you have
different.
a supporter here.
Like
you have
name
top
diff
the meter who is willing to trade you Nightfall, and you have
I'll be honest.
a druid. You have a druid in the guild. But Naya, are you like making this case because you want to be a boomkin?
Can I just counter the Magain is different argument?
Yeah, do it.
You played League of Legends, didn't you?
This is yes.
What role did you play? Was it support?
I played support.
Wait, oh yeah, support. So kind of the healers in raids and WoW are kind of the supporters, aren't they?
Well, actually, it depends on your support role.
Well, you know, you
for example,
being a healer, I guess you could play tank.
No, you're thinking you're thinking too narrow. You're thinking too narrow.
Paladin,
okay?
tank,
healing. We're not thinking Sona. We're not thinking Nami. We're
Yumi,
thinking like
you're a Yumi. You're a Yumi,
the
mate.
manly supports like Braum and the bloke who does like that kill the ult that kills people and then resets.
Push your OPGG right now.
But right. Ret Paladin, hear me out. Support class. It's still a support class. I bring buffs. I bring cooldowns. I bring off healing. I bring Nightfall. Boom. It is the ultimate support class. I would say it's more of a support class than Holy itself, purely because of Nightfall.
But this is the thing, Saddam. We don't even fill our raid roster with guildies as healers at the moment. Well, we still need healers.
Well, I feel like your application process for healers would be greatly benefited if you when you advertise the guild, you advertised it as apply to Brethren of the Blade, taking all healers, brackets, we have a Nightfall again. I feel like that would really bring in more players.
I feel like that would just make us look like a meme guild who don't know what they're doing, and yeah.
So I think if we ever were to take a Nightfall again, we should keep it hush-hush, okay? We should keep it hush-hush.
Yeah, we cannot let anyone know. Like, you'll have to run to the raid in healing gear.
You can't even write this in guild chat. Like, people will start leaving the guild.
You have to heal at least like the first 3 bosses, like otherwise it's just not convincing.
Well, I will do what the guild needs me to do.
So Holy.
As
awesome.
I am spec'd deep into the retribution tree. So I just want,
he's making concessions. We can work with this.
I wanted to finish my argument with a poem.
Okay.
Yeah. It's more of a haiku, although I think it's got slightly too many lines. Anyway, oh blessings of kings, oh blessings of kings, classic without Pallas, signature wings. Let me wreck the mobs. RET is for slobs. Vote for me, or you will not be getting blessing of kings.
Yeah, you've lost me again. I want my kings. It's.
You'll get your kings in the. Actually, wait. Do I even get kings if I'm RET? Shit.
I don't think you do.
So it doesn't matter if we let you go RET or stay holy, because you're not going to give us kings either way.
Oh, no one in our raids gives kings.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The guy. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not gonna let that. That was a pug, not blessing kings. I'm not gonna let him in again. He's been leeching for too long.
Which means we'll be low on holy paladins.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah, that's a bit rough then.
I mean,
Like,
let me look at your gear. Saddam, come here. Let's go to the Cathedral of Light and let you show off your gear. Come.
Really? Is that?
Yeah, let's see your gear, and then you can show us both your holy gear and your RET gear.
Yeah, surely if you want to respec RET, you have some gear prepared, right?
Well, I mean,
like surely you've plugged an onslaught girdle by now.
An onslaught girdle, yeah. Yeah, sure.
Because we still need a couple of paladins, and tier 1, it's a healing set, and I've heard that you can even manage to use tier 1 as a healer into Naxxramas even, and this is the set that you won't have that many people trying to grab from you. Like, you will be geared with tier 1 after a couple of molten cores with us.
Siren, I don't like his idea of going RET, but don't do it to him. Don't let him go banana shoulders. It's not worth it. I spare the man.
Tier 1.
What if I became? I've got a proposition. What if I went for rank 14 and went with rank 14 armor? What about that? Hear me out.
What do you say, Talo?
I mean,
if he has the full
it would help. It would help his argument.
I think we got him.
Chat, what do you guys say? We have 10 people here.
Like,
can I hear you?
20% DPS increase on a RET Paladin is a whopping like 10 DPS more when he gets rank 14.
Look, it's not about the DPS. It's not about the DPS, right?
You look
it's
ugly.
The nightfall. It's this. I will walk right out this door. All right.
Okay.
I will walk away. You need me. I don't know why I'm bargaining with you. Let's need look. Me.
White Soul Helm. That's pretty good for a fresh 60. Tooth of Gnar. You already have the pre-raid bis shoulders, man.
Cloak of Cosmos, not even Hide of the Wild?
It's like 1,000.
Robes of the Exalted, pre-raid bis.
Unenchanted braces.
Well, because the ones from Dire Maul haven't dropped.
Oh, unenchanted gloves, no.
The gloves suck.
He's got the 13 spirit ring, though.
Yeah, okay, the ring. Yeah, the ring is
the 6 frost resistance and arcane resistance on the other ring.
That will be swiftly replaced.
Before we go Aldrich Valley, show us your retribution set.
No.
There you go.
Let's see. Wait.
Is that a level 39 BOE blue?
You're still in your healing gear, man. It's just
check his weapon. Check his weapon.
You'll be a holy paladin with Nightfall, it seems, man.
Level
This-
55 maze.
There's some work to do. There's work to be done. But I was merely waiting for the go ahead. Okay, I want to commit to this project. I want to commit.
But you
and
haven't even
I-
committed to the holy paladin.
because it sucks. Because Paladin sucks, and it's unabashedly the worst thing I have ever played in any game ever. I would rather be spamming Nami on bot lane in 2012 than this garbage.
You could
I don't
join
know.
me as a gnome warrior.
But then
No
I'd have to
actual damage.
re-level, and this game it sucks.
And there it is. That's the red paladin. That's the mindset you want on a red paladin. When red paladins are notorious to quit early because they can't keep up with the seal twisting.
I don't even know how to do it.
Oh, man. Saddam has done it again.
I
Yeah.
commit if granted permission on this day or after democratic vote, I commit to learning seal twisting. I commit to somehow getting into groups as a rep paladin and farming gear, and I commit to rank 14
There is no way you're committing to rank 14.
eventually.
Eventually.
You
have to get 500k on it 3 weeks in a row.
Well, I've got 100k already this week.
You need 420k for 3 weeks in a row. It's weird. Like, you don't benefit from the full 500k, but
Oh, okay.
420, it's almost as bad.
I've installed Ranker.
Yeah.
It shows
He's halfway there. Yeah.
Halfway
six
there,
weeks.
yeah.
He's
6
installed
weeks
rank.
to rank 14. I've got my 110.
Tatumir, I have a question. Like, you told me that you have a job.
Me?
Yeah. No, not Tatumir. Sorry, not Tatumir. I mean Saddam. Saddam, you told me you have a job.
Yeah.
How are you gonna manage to get rank 14, man?
I quit my job.
You'll quit your job to commit to the retribution dream. You know that if you go retribution, people will mock you throughout your whole career as a retribution paladin. People will bash you, people will spit on you. I'm not gonna spit on you, but I just know people will spit on you.
I will.
People will.
I promise, I will.
I've got to say, even if I'm spat on, even if people despise me, even if when they utter the name Saddam McGain, it is received with hatred, with disgust, even if I am the most notoriously hated Ret Paladin on this server, it will still be better than being a healer.
Still be better than being a healer. Talo, have you had retribution paladins before in AQ40 and Naxxramas?
First 2 weeks of AQ40, then the guild died.
The guild died.
Yeah, because of the red
the
paladin.
guild dying have anything to do with him?
Yeah, it was the red paladin's fault. No, it wasn't actually.
No, it wasn't.
But he did.
Okay.
He did take onslaught, so that's why I keep bringing it up. It's.
Look, we can negotiate around the onslaught. Maybe put me, I don't know, second on the list. How about that?
Like, I have a paladin, so I feel some empathy for you. But the thing is, I got SGC, Savage Gladiator Chain. I got it the first BRD I ran on my paladin. And I was like, oh, I'm stacked, man. And I have quite good gear. I have... we can look at him after this this run, before we end this segment about the Retribution Paladin thing.
So just correct me if I'm wrong, Blade Master, but are you saying that you also play RET Paladin?
I did, but then
Oh.
Then he found out that he actually wanted to have fun playing this game, and then yeah.
I went back to my.
But he did choose human male, so I guess he didn't want to have that much fun. But
I was a gnome earlier today. Like you took a screenshot.
yeah, finally. I'm gonna abuse that screenshot whenever you say gnomes are bad.
No, I'm not saying gnomes are bad. It's just like you just look at me. I'm beautiful. Look at me. I'm beautiful.
I feel like we need to put this to some sort of vote. I mean, I know behind the scenes there is a growing group of people. I have been, like I said, I've been inundated with whispers of support. I will not share their names here. For they've asked me not to have their names shared as they fear that there will be
It's numb.
repercussions. But I feel like there should be some sort of democratic vote for this.
Yeah, there should. I want us to look at my character because I played it like 1 week at 60 and I felt the abuse. The only thing everyone cared about from me was me buffing them. Even buffing people with 5 minute buffs. They didn't care about me dealing damage and saving my mana to pump damage. They didn't care. I was trying to pump.
A keyword being trying here.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's so stressful. And you will need to spam pots. You will need to spam consumables. And we're not... I don't want to be responsible for you buying gold. Okay? Buying gold is bad. It's bad for your health. It's bad for your conscience. It's bad for the enjoyment you get out of the game. And it's bad since it's against the terms of service. And you can get banned. I don't want you like buying gold for the best consumes in the game, like popping major mana potions like you're eating popcorn or something, drying up your credit card, like not being able to pay your rent because you try to be 10th on the damage meter in your best gear.
If he actually goes as far as not being able to pay rent because he spent all his money on buying gold to buy consumes, then I'll respect that and I'll let him be red.
And I will have quit my job to get rank 14.
That would be real commitment. If he has 14. That level of commitment, let him be red.
I'm currently. I'd just like to reassure you, Blade Master, that there will no gold buying will be necessary, as I am actually, as we speak, in Elwyn Forest leveling my herbalism. I am currently level 34, on the way to farming those black lotuses.
Yeah. We have a problem though, because bots are so common and they swim under the map. They grab all the black lotuses, so you won't find any black lotuses. I haven't found one ever since the population started booming and the botting went out of hand with the fly hacking and stuff. I haven't even seen one. And I think Peony has been out. She usually goes out into the world grinding herbs, and Talo, I don't think she has picked one either. She has.
We've picked 2.
Okay, in what amount of time? Because usually I got about one black lotus per week, around March or something. Just by running around in the world, I found a black lotus and I grabbed it.
What about what they call ice cap? They're quite expensive, right? And abundant.
Yeah, probably.
You can make okay money with herbalism.
And as a RET, it might be easier because RET are still pretty good in PvP if you have your CDs. So you might be able to grind. Or am I wrong, Talo?
Oh, you're right.
I'm not gonna join this one. We're gonna check out my my Paladin. Okay.
Sure.
So here is
I'm
my
ready.
Paladin, Logrin. He is spec holy
That's,
at the moment.
that's everything you'd ever want to be, apart from the holy part, of course.
And that reminds me, I need to make an essence of water. So sorry for the hold up. Okay, back in business.
Let's see the gear.
Let's see the gear. I just need to move to the cathedral for the role playing vibes.
Of course.
Yep.
I even have let's see them. Do I have them in the bag? I even have True Strike shoulders in the bank, I think. I even have True Strike shoulders. Okay, let's see here. Logrin. Here's my retribution gear. Soulforge gauntlets, belt of preserved heads. The unstoppable force. Okay, I would say that my retro gear is better than it's better than the gear of Saddam. Wouldn't you say?
I'd say maybe you marginally. Yeah.
Yeah,
Marginally.
marginally. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Saddam has that 13 spirit ring. Like that's a lot of spirit.
And the
Yeah,
Fist of Omar.
it is. Yeah.
The level
So,
55 meg.
do you think Logrin is viable to become the Night Paladin?
Yeah, I reckon we keep Saddam as holy, and Therian you go knight for Red Paladin.
Well, I mean, I feel like I deserve a little bit of the decision making process because
But if
obviously
you
No,
make
I think you're staying holy, pal.
I'm the RET Paladin class leader, right? So personally, I think we need a bit of a. I'll have to consult the other RET Paladins in the guild and come up with that sort of decision.
Can we get like Sliven here or Aphelios commenting on this? Like first I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pump on Logrin. So I snagged the True Strike shoulders from some warriors.
I was gonna say, yeah, you made some
But
warriors sad.
yeah, and now my conscience is like it's nagging me. I don't feel like I can use it as well as them.
Well,
That is a very healthy thought about playing Red Paladin.
as Saddam
The same
McGain,
thing
I
with
have no
this one.
confidence.
Like if a warrior has this chest piece, he is a pumper. Probably. Like with just some dungeon gear, double Dalrens, world buffs, he can do damage. He is almost ready for AQ40 as a warrior. He's ready if he has this one. And like some okay dungeon gear. True Strike shoulders, Lionheart's helm. But I have it.
What was your
Character.
what's your trinket in the bottom right?
Dark Moon card Maelstrom.
Oh no, the one below it.
Blackhand's Breath?
Oh right, yeah. Oh yeah, that's the quest reward, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. I might have accidentally taken the
So
tanking
Talo,
one.
don't you think
Oh
like if someone
no.
had the gear, the same kind of gear that I have, like if you had this on a rogue or a warrior, it
Have
would
you
be
actually taken the tanking thing?
Yeah, I took the bloody tanking
Oh
one.
no!
Did you take the tanking one, man?
Oh my god!
go
Honestly, if you've been thinking about going red, just make another 60. Just make another 60 paladin. It's just
So pissed.
I had a friend in classic that picked from the warrior quest not the diamond flask but the helmet, I believe, and he made a fully new 60 warrior to pick diamond flask. That's what you're gonna do for the for the trinket.
I'm sorry, like that put the nail in the coffin for you going red. You haven't even planned this out. You were thinking I'm gonna go holy the whole time, so you didn't even care about preparing to become a Knight Paladin.
I only learned of the term Knight Paladin this week, when you mentioned it in guild chat, and ever since I've been 100% committed. I'm sure that shows a significant amount of foresight on my part, and preparation.
And you already have some best in slot healing gear, the shoulders, you have the robe. You're ready, man. You're ready to heal. Molten Core, you're ready to get the full banana suit in one night.
I'm also ready to vendor that shit because spamming Flash of Light is soul crushing.
So you haven't really been
can-
honest about joining the raids then.
No, I'll be there regardless.
You'll be there, but you'll
I'll
suffer.
be there
You'll
regardless.
suffer through it.
I'll suffer for the sake of the guild, and it's better
Yeah.
for going back to League of Legends.
Yeah, anything is going. I'd rather have you as red paladin than you going back to League of Legends. Anyone saved from League of Legends is, yeah, a victory.
I mean,
Don't do that to
what's
yourself,
better?
man.
What's better for Retribution? Perhaps he can be saved, but he needs to get the Hand of Justice instead of this one. If he gets like Maelstrom and Hammer of Justice, I think that's better because it will proc. I think Nightfall can proc off of both trinkets, and you will also need the nature damage gauntlets that like have a chance on hit to do nature damage, which can proc Nightfall, and also your seals.
And
Have you done the Belt of Preserved Heads CG quest?
I haven't done ZG yet.
Okay, because that belt's pretty good.
Yeah, this one has
Well, you've not
really
gone to
nice
CG.
I got kicked because of my gear.
Oh
No,
man, we
man.
feel for you.
How do you get kicked as a healer from ZG?
They inspected me and they kicked me.
That's wow.
I also
As a
tried
healer.
No words.
I also tried to buy a ZG carry at like level 52, and then I misinterpreted how much it was going to be. I thought it was only going to be 200 gold, and then they wanted like 1k from me, and they kicked me.
1k? That's buying a carry in 1k. That shit's like 10 times more now.
I only had 200 gold.
Cool, you have it rough.
So you weren't really prepared for this discussion, Saddam. Like in your spare time, you can grind out a retribution set.
He did have a poem prepared.
I wrote a poem.
He did.
Did you write it yourself? Be honest.
Yes, I can write. I'll write you. I can freestyle rap for you instead if you'd like.
No, I'm just curious whether you just found some random Red Paladin poem online on Reddit or something.
No. I would not use that.
This is some original content, people. Some original content. We even had a poem written by Saddam McCain. Lovely.
I just want to also point out that I have got one of my inside men currently whispering me the sort of my optimal gearing route to to get my RET Paladin online. Obviously, I won't mention any names, Tatamir, but it seems very, very achievable. Very achievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's simply just like Drake Fang Talisman.
Yeah, that's pretty easy to get.
Yes.
Oh man.
Scrolls of
Because I
Blinding
have to say
Light.
one thing. If we ever get a Knight Paladin, if we ever get one, you will be
Yeah.
you will be at the bottom of the food chain. Like the hunters are gonna be getting Thunder Furies before you start getting Drake Fang Talismans. Before you
Well,
start getting my belt, my OSG, okay?
we can negotiate about the belt later. Okay.
Okay.
But what about the Band of Akira?
You're pretty low on that one as well. I think you have a better shot at getting it by going holy to begin with.
Right.
Actually contributing to the guild. Keep on raiding, and if we can start filling with only guildies, like we still need a couple more healers to be only guild healers. And when we start, like everybody is guildies mostly, then most other people will have Band of Akira. And if you are a very good healer, we will let you soft reserve that one, and then you can get it, and then you can start going on the retribution journey. Because I must be honest, I was in a GDKP like a month ago or something, or 2 months ago, and he got a DPS bonus cut from the raid. Like he was one of the top DPSers throughout AQ40, and we're talking about like stacked warriors.
Do you remember this guy's name so I can maybe slash
no, I don't
whisper
remember,
him?
but the thing is,
Or
he had
some
the
advice?
toilet brush from Naxxramas. He had like full tier 2.5 and like best in slots everywhere else. Like he's done with the game at this point.
Guys,
And now he can be useful. Like he's already done.
Can I just slightly interject here?
Yeah.
So I feel like I can't help but feel that we're looking at this from the wrong angle. Now,
Yeah.
I think you're both approaching this from the perspective of like big pumper damage dealers, whereas as a RET Paladin, I'm not just going to be a RET Paladin. It's a Knight Paladin. You see, it's more than that.
Yeah.
It's a support role, and I'm speaking to the casters here. If you can hear me, I'm speaking directly to you. How do you feel about these two greedy plate wearers arguing against a support role to support your caster DPS? How does that make you feel that these are the two representatives in front of you who are arguing against increasing your DPS by a whole 15%, people?
You don't even have
15%.
the hit chance to hit with Nightfall to proc the weapon.
Yes.
And she's gonna die to the dragon.
Well, people, look, I think I've made my point. I appreciate this forum. I already know the outcome of the decision. I look forward to your mails and your letters. I will be responding to all of them. Thank you for the whispers and the outpourings of support. I would just like to, as a closing statement, say, if you are a caster DPS, vote for me, brethren of the Made America Great Again, to be your Knight Paladin. Thank you.
Thank you, Saddam.
There it is.
Thank you for joining the Furion and Seraphine Twitch stream.
Podcast.
The podcast, no, but the Twitch stream as the first guest. Technically, you are the second guest because we had a UX designer earlier, but I didn't know. I didn't know that the technical stuff wasn't working. We were talking for like 1 hour, and you guys were only hearing me, and nobody said anything. At least it felt like that.
When I joined, I said we can't hear anyone.
Oh man, yeah, and I think that was when I realized. But you joined pretty late, like into the call.
Well, maybe we'll
thank you for
reconvene.
your honesty,
Yeah.
Taylor. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Taylor, for fucking nothing.
Thank you
mate.
for being our guest, Adam.
You took away my kings. You made it personal.
Yeah, well, there's no kings for you, mate. No more kings.
You made it personal.
No more kings. Maybe
we
we'll
could have been friends.
No.
You did this to yourself.
We'll reconvene when I have a full set of RET gear. Watch the space. Catch you later.
Catch you later, mate.
Rid of the Made America Great Again.
Will sponsor you with that Nightfall later. But Tatamir, I advise you don't give him a Nightfall until he has the gear and that he has to go, because we don't want you to.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, please, please don't.
That's fucking waste. All right, peace.
Yeah, peace, man.